Adam here from Creative Hut with another LEGO Education Science episode. As teachers, we're always striving to deliver the best lesson for our learners as we possibly can. This involves careful lesson planning, differentiation, as well as making some really exciting resources to share with our pupils. In this video, we'll be exploring the LEGO Education Teaching Portal to support the delivery of the lessons. Let's dive in. Welcome to the LEGO Education Science Teaching Portal. This website provides teachers with all of the support they need to feel empowered with the kits and deliver a really exciting science lesson. Let's take a deeper dive and see what it has to offer. Right, let's start off by selecting a lesson appropriate to the topic I'm currently teaching in school. So for this scenario, I want you to imagine that I'm a Year 4 teacher in the UK teaching pupils about earthquakes. So firstly, I will select the year groups at the top right hand corner and deselect the year groups I'm not necessarily interested in for this lesson. Next, I'm going to tap on physical geography, and you can see then I'm presented with a lesson that is linked to earthquakes and natural hazards. At the moment, that is all I know about it. So let's take a dive into Lemonade Shake to find out its lesson objectives, its success criteria, and all of the resources that go along with it. Now that we're in the Lemonade Shake lesson, let's see what we've got available to us. So at the very top, we've got the lesson objective, the classroom presentation, and the facilitation notes, which I'll be diving into next. We've also got the lesson overview, the national curriculum objectives and how it links to the lesson. We have success criteria, and we have some extra pieces of information like career links. So a fantastic comprehensive package here for the lesson, and we're now going to dive into the facilitation notes to see how it supports our delivery of the lesson. We're now in the facilitation notes section for the Lemonade Shake lesson. And if you're familiar at all with LEGO Education's other products like LEGO Spike Essentials, Spike Prime, Brick Q, then you'll know that they love to structure their lessons with the 5 E's, which is engage, which is essentially your exciting hook for the lesson, explore, which is the point where the children dive into the scientific concept and not necessarily having all the full answers, but gaining a lot of those answers through the exploration phase. Then we have explain, which is where the pupils can share their discoveries, share their knowledge about what they're currently doing, as well as the teacher explaining the scientific concept as well. Then we move on to elaborate, which is where the children will elaborate on their builds and elaborate further on their scientific knowledge and understanding. And then finally, we get to the evaluation stage, where the pupils reflect on the learning objectives, they reflect on the success criteria, and see how successful they've been today. And as you can see, for each section, there are many notes, there are timings, and they've also included a picture of the slides from the actual classroom presentation as well. So incredibly useful, perfect for lesson planning where we can actually lift some of this off and put it onto our own school lesson templates. Right, we're now in the classroom presentation for the Lemonade Shake. And you can see for the very first part of the lesson, the children are instantly engaged with a thought-provoking question. How can you protect lemonade during an earthquake? My goodness, you would come up with so many different strategies and really spark their creative thinking off at the very beginning part of the lesson. And then you can see we can progress through. It provides context to the pupils, gets them hooked to a real life scenario before they get into their collaborative builds. Yes, I said collaborative because pupils will be working in fours. They will be given a colored minifigure which will dictate what part of the build they do. And then they will build their specific part from the booklet, and it will come together to create the model. And in this case, it is the lemonade stand. As we progress through the slides, you can see it clearly structures the lesson with the 5 E's, providing some effective, thought-provoking questions as we go through to get the children thinking on the right lines of the scientific concept being covered. A fantastic resource. Teachers will be really thankful for this because it saves all of the hard work and making all of these lesson presentations. And you know it'll be well chunked with the 5 E's.